Hello, welcome to Under the First Floor Lo-Fi Podcast, shitty recordings of bands you should like. My name's David Settle, and on today's episode we have Dan Wriggins, the singer of the band Friendship from Philadelphia. He played some songs with his friends and fellow bandmates Michael Cormier and John Samuels, both who have been on the podcast a few times. We recorded it on the porch of the new house of Michael Cormier. If you listen back a few episodes, I recorded one with Michael at his old house right when he was moving out. And for this one, I was just told an address and then showed up, and it was Michael's new house. So it was cool to kind of reverse bookend that. Dan played some cool solo songs that he is soon to release, I believe. I think they recorded it in October, judging by some Instagram pictures. So I'm really excited to hear that. And without further ado, here is the first song they played called All Things Being Equal. Hope you like.
On top of my shit, except for a year and a half, walking like night of the living dead, notion in my head, naive and wishful of all things being equal. Just hanging out when we heard about Dave Berman. You said you didn't feel deep about it as you thought you should have, losing your signal where all things are equal. Baby, don't cry. There's so much we haven't tried. The diamond ring doesn't have to shine. It's a new world every time. Between you and other people, all things being equal. Between you and other people, nothing's ever equal.
Yes, I'm Dan Wriggins. I played guitar just now, and I play in Friendship with these guys, and that's it. I don't do other bands.
Okay. Hello, my name is John Samuels, and today I played guitar and I played electric bass, and I play in Friendship and Yowler and second grade. That's all.
And solo.
And solo. Check out my solo material, J.R. Samuels. You're gonna love it.
Hands Like God in October.
Bro.
And even though you answered this 3 weeks ago. Go ahead.
Right.
Hello again, David. My name is Michael Cormier. I played the organ, the Krumar T1. I also play in the band Friendship. I play in the band Hour. I put out songs under the name Michael Cormier.
No, that's your name.
Yeah, that's also my name. And that's it.
Cool. Anyone want to describe where we're recording right now?
It's Mike's house. It's his porch. It's in Germantown. It's a lovely neighborhood. The neighbors have a pool that we're jealous of.
Just noticing that, yeah.
Yeah.
A well-lit pool.
Damn. Should have recorded that there. You played 3 new songs today? Or more?
Oh man, I guess
Or
I
in a cover.
I don't think we played anything that's been recorded.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we also did a cover song. Yeah, I guess all those songs. I mean, we've played them as Friendship before, but I'm also gonna record some of them solo with Mike
Okay.
in a studio soon, October.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah. So most of that, I don't know how many we'll actually put out together, but they're just the songs that are in my orbit right now.
Were those songs you were playing as a full band when that was still a thing?
Only the first 2 did we play as Friendship. Feels goofy playing them like this, but it's pretty fun.
Are they going to be recorded like differently than Friendship was? Or?
Yeah, probably. They might. I mean, probably a little closer to this.
On a porch.
Yeah, or like, or not, or like, or I don't know. I'm kind of into the idea of having them, like, putting it out twice, like a full band, and not. But nothing set in stone.
What's the move, baby? You're here again with your earbuds in. What are you thinking? What's the news, baby? I hear you again, laughing in the kitchen. What am I missing? What's the move, baby? You're here again, I guess you better come in. If you need something. Every day just want that feeling again. You get up to close both windows.
We left for a tour on March like 13th or 14th.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And it was...
Oh, we were planning to do a friendship recording.
Yeah.
Right.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I guess that would have been like right after the tour, I think. We were planning on doing it. Yeah, we left for a tour, and it was about a month or 3 weeks or something, but we only played the very first night, and then we turned around, because that was when it was like, they were just starting to report cases on the East Coast, and everyone was, you know, we were really nervous. Like, we left thinking like, oh, we might turn around, or who knows. We were very anxious, and then, and like the first day, a few venues canceled, so then the decision was made really easily. But yeah, we were going to South by, and so that, among other things, and yeah, we only played in Baltimore. And I don't know, yeah, other shows, there were definitely like shows in Philly I was looking forward to, like support shows.
What was the last show you played?
I guess it was Baltimore on the way. There was the one show of that tour that we did play, and then we turned around that, I think we drove back that night.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and yeah, it was lousy. I mean, because it was
No
right
bearing
when
on Baltimore.
because
Great
no one,
city.
Yeah.
no one came because it was like
Oh,
right.
damn.
It was right when the virus was starting to. I mean, people came, but not very many.
Yeah.
And
The word had gotten out.
yeah, but it was kind of like, I mean, we knew that like there was no more tour, so that was kind of liberating because we were gonna be just stressed the whole time. Yeah, it wasn't that great of a show though, so it kind of was a bummer to go out on.
Did you have like recording plans then that got pushed back and then this happened, or? Oh, you had just put out a record, right?
Yeah, we put one out in
This was kind of our big tour.
November.
Not a release.
Yeah. So we didn't have that, didn't get screwed over. I mean, I don't know. I when I think about other bands, like we had to cancel a tour, but I feel worse for like a lot of my friends who had to, people who were releasing stuff in March and April, and or even still now. I mean, people who can't do a release show. It just those are really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels goofy because I mean, Evangeline, one member of the band, now lives in Maine, and yeah, she went up about when COVID started, and so I don't think we would have been practicing together anyway, but grateful for the opportunity to come over to Mike's porch and play.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
That old school country style.
Yeah, it's
Taking on a
hugely
porch.
important. I mean, to be able to go and play with your friends.
You rolled up to my life on your bulldozer, reducing everything in sight, including me to rubble. You turned me on to a whole lot, way more than I could handle. Now I'm hightailing it back to my comfort zone. Do you remember showing me Lake Lizzie? I was hazy on the theme. Now I'm piecing it together, reading my favorite books again. Louise Bogan, just just need one or two friends and a clean apartment. There's a circle around me, closing every minute, and as far as I can see, baby, you're the limit. I guess one of these days I should expand my horizons while I'm healing up. Let me stick with what I know. Lucinda on June bugs, Prince on crying doves. Read my salty lips. No new love.
Well, I guess, I mean, we played that cover song, Utah Phillips, and that, he's not really country, but I've definitely been listening to him a whole lot. And
Yeah, what's the deal? I've never heard of him.
oh man, he's cool. He was like, he's from, well, he lived in Utah. I don't know if he was born there. And he died, I don't know, 10 or 20 years ago or something. He has studio records, but also a bunch of his recordings are just recordings of shows, and for the most part he was just super lefty, and a lot of the shows it seemed like he was mostly playing like covers of like Joe Hill, like, you know, the typical Solidarity Forever worker songs.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of the songs he wrote, I mean, they're all like anti-war or they're pro-labor, and they're very specifically that way, as opposed to like other folk singers who kind of smooth it out. But then once in a while, I guess like I found this song Going Away on a 4-disc CD. Like once in a while you run across a song of his that is not like an anarchist manifesto, and instead it's just a beautiful folk song, and it's like, whoa, dude, you do that too? But that song itself, he says he wrote after the passing of Eamon Hennessy, who was a Christian anarchist. A lot of his recordings include like him talking for a long time before the songs, and for this one he talks about how like his original studio recording of that song, the pronouns are all she's going away, but he says that like he wrote it about Eamon Hennessy when Eamon Hennessy died, who had been a big mentor of his, and so he wrote it as he, but then he recorded it as she because he thought that would, it's weird because he's not the type of guy who normally is trying to be commercial. And then he says like it's up to you to change the pronouns. So, but then his recording, he also has another recording that is the way I did it, which is you are going away. I don't know. He sings a lot about trains, for sure.
Yeah.
So that one's got trains in it.
This is a train guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a train guy. But he rules. You look up Utah Phillips. He also has these really weird, like, remix of him talking albums that Ani DeFranco produced and made.
Oh.
So it's her production with like chopped up monologues of his. It's really cool.
Is that the moon I have seen over there in the west? Or just a headlight gleam? C&O Express, I know you're gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long before I make up my mind and go away. Is that the sun coming up on the eastern shore? Or just the coal bed glow behind the firebox door? I know you're gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long before I make up my mind and go away. Did you see that fool? You can't hear the whistle. Blind old man caught out on the trestle. Can't go up, you can't go back. Train keeps coming, brushed him off the track. Now the storms may blow and the wind may rise. I long to go where the fast mail flies. I know you're gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long before I make up my mind and go away. Blind old man caught out on the trestle. Can't go up, you can't go back. Train keeps coming, brushed him off the track. Now the storms may blow and the wind may rise. I long to go where the fast mail flies. I know he's gone. Whatever I say, it won't be long before I make up my mind and go.
How have y'all been keeping entertained during the pandemic?
John, how do you do it?
I've been sitting on the couch running scales for a while, for a couple months now. I'm watching an anime called The Great Pretender. Very good. Watched Ad Astra. Great film.
Ooh.
Highly recommend.
One of the last ones I saw in theater.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dan, what have you been working, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I never stopped my job. When COVID started, I just kept working through, which I'm like a groundskeeper at a big property in the suburbs, so I've been doing that. But
has that like changed at all?
Other than, not really. I mean, the family I work for, who lives in the house, they're older, and one of them is definitely immunocompromised. So I've been, the one thing that changed is like I get their groceries every week, and they buy a lot of food. And it's expensive.
Become an Instacart just for one person.
Yeah. Yeah, I see all the, and it's nuts. I mean, I go to Whole Foods and like I recognize all the same. They're like 50% of the people there are professional shoppers. I think it's wild.
Oh, I guess yeah.
At the Whole Foods in Wynwood, the rich suburb. So.
Gotcha. Damn, I didn't think about that. Rich people just sending.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's probably a Utah Phillips song in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh man. Well.
Did anyone have, there might be no answer to this, an actual, like, just joyous time during all of this? Or has it all just been, like, surviving?
Crickets.
Hearing
Literal
Crickets.
crickets.
the new Lomelda record, I mean, it won't be new when this comes out, but
Yeah.
that was kind of a ray of light.
For sure.
Got a good bottle of mezcal that I enough to like.
The last
Yeah.
time I asked this question, alcohol was the answer.
Right. It's all substances, pretty much. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. I mean, of course, I've had good times and times when I feel okay, and then it goes up and down. But I mean, this is my theory. Mike can answer for himself, but he seems to be flourishing.
Oh, Mike's doing great. I'll answer for you.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a projection.
That was answered on a previous episode.
Right.
I just kind of I definitely doubled down on the things that made me feel antisocial before, but now they're like very encouraged.
No, same, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been nice.
It's like I had practice for this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a big section of time when if you were lucky enough, you could get the unemployment cash, and so it was like if you lost your crappy job that you just have to, that makes you tired all the time, and then you're able to like focus on the other stuff. It's like an example of how everything should be.
Yeah, I was about to say almost
So-
how it should be something.
It's just like you said. Lifetime in the red. Army of the dead. And I was the kid with the drum. How can it be? Anything but a dream. It's all unreal to me. Radiator hums. I've been feeding the dog, working awful jobs, cruising along. Anything but a dream. Try and get ahead. Your heart breaks again. Feeling so imminent. How can it be? It's just like you said. Lifetime in the red. Staring down death, barely making a dent. How can it be? I remember you being my relief. Now you treat me like some fragile thing. Fucked if I know what changed.
John said he wanted to roast, but I haven't heard any.
But they're mostly just like death by 1,000 cuts. Like, you'll say something and I'll say like, yeah, sure.
So like passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Passive aggressive roasting.
And by the end, it seems like there's maybe mutiny. It's a Dan Wriggins band.
Is this how touring goes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Certainly.
That's like 80% of it.
Yeah, I mean, a big thing is I'll think of a funny joke and gift it to Dan on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I'll whisper it in his ear.
You want to do one of those for old time's sake?
I don't need the credit. I want that to be understood.
Yeah, last night I was listening to a vinyl copy I have of a Maine comedian duo. It's called Bert and I. Some Marshall Dodge and another guy, and it's really good. And I kept thinking while I was listening to it, like, man, I should say these on stage because I can do the voice and I can do them, but it's like the problem is they're like these rambling stories, and they technically have punchlines, but if you don't understand the accent, like it's not gonna land. And so I think.
And there's nothing more dignified than doing an impression between the songs.
Oh my god! Yeah, and like the thing is, they're very funny. They are funny. There's no question about it. So it upsets me that I know that it won't work.
Right. Damn. Yeah, jokes on stage are hard. I can never make it work.
The worst is when someone like does like a very obvious setup. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you call?
Yeah.
Just play the song.
And you can never, and no one grows out of it. I mean, some people are born good at that shit, but other people. I mean, you see like bands, you see your favorite bands that have been touring for decades, and it's still you see someone like do the awkwardest dumb thing, and you're like, oh man, you haven't gotten better at this.
Thanks so much to Dan and friends for playing a few songs on Michael's porch and letting me record them. It was really cool. Felt old country style. If you'd like to hear his solo stuff, I'm not actually sure what he's using for any social media or Bandcamps, but you can check out Friendship at least at friendshipphl.bandcamp.com. If you'd like to get in touch with me about the podcast, you can find it on Twitter at UTFF Podcast and on Instagram under the first floor. Or you can email me at underthefirstfloor@gmail.com. For the last couple of songs, I'm just going to leave you some random obscure songs that I've been enjoying over the past pandemic time, however long that's been. It feels like forever. The first song is from an artist named Nick Gary. It's a song called Can I Stay With You? It's from 1969's The Nightmare of J.B. Stanislaw. He was a British singer-songwriter who never really got the fame he was looking for, but I think earned some cult notoriety for how good this record is, and recorded a few other solo records later on throughout his career. For this record, the producer actually added a 56-piece orchestra, which apparently Nick hated, and I understand that. These songs could be really cool stripped down, but for this one, I really like the orchestration and think it sounds cool. I'd love to hear a solo version, though. And for the last song, it's going to be from a band called Arco Iris, a song called Lucero and Dino. It's from 1975's, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation because I don't speak Spanish, sorry. It's Adjutor Lucens 5 or V, I'm not sure what they're going for. They were an Argentinian folk prog rock weird band. It's really cool stuff. Fell down a Wikipedia wormhole earlier a few months ago about Argentinian rock, and this was one of my favorite ones I found. I'm not going to talk too much about this, except I'm going to relay a quote I saw on the Wikipedia that says, if the album title sounds alien, it should be no surprise then that the theme of this extraordinary work orbits around an alleged pre-Columbian contact between the civilizations of the Americas and visitors from outer space. Hell yeah. If that doesn't make you want to listen to the record, then I don't know what will. Check that out. I hope you enjoy these songs. Hope you have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
There you go, now you know the only thing I'll ever say is, honey, can I stay with you? Cut my hair, grew it long, played my song and watched the sun. Honey, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is wrong. Feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong. Cigarettes, magazines, perforated Chinese dreams. Chicken, can I stay with you? Sell the car, sell yourself, touch your toes and count to 12. Oh, listen, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is wrong. I feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong. I recall a summer night, making love by riverlight. Honey, can I stay with you? Maybe not, maybe now, doesn't matter anyhow. But honey, can I stay with you? Oh, loving you is easy, watching you is nice, but everything I seem to do is wrong. Feel I'm getting older, younger every day, and everything I seem to do is wrong.
acechando, vive el frío.
de bras.